Howdy, hot shots. Coming to you from Not a Financial Advisor land with not financial advice. It's Kevin from Earth to Mastery, and it's time to flip a coin. So grab your paint because this video is going to be a work of art. We're going to talk about what happens when all of the Ecomi is burned. All right, guys. So make sure you're subbed up to the channel. We do a lot of Ecomi, VeVe content, Earth 2 Mastery stuff for Earth2.io, as well as more crypto coins coming. Anything virtual investing, NFTs, man, that's what I'm into. I think it's cool. I think it's the future. I think we should all be involved in it somehow. But don't listen to me because you'll lose all your money. I lose all my money. So, if you listen to me, you'll probably lose all yours too. So don't do that. But here we are with Ecomi. It's bouncing right up against a penny. A lot of times in the past, it's dropped in value after a VeVe drop. I think that was because people were converting their Ecomi to gems, but they couldn't do it this time. And then there's also so much demand in VeVe that it's introducing people into Ecomi. So I'm sure that's where this little boost is coming from. In addition, it was just a little bit of a correction. You can see we had massive run up, and then we based massive run up, and then there was a little bit of a correction, and now look like we're on our way back up after a little rounded bottom situation happening there. It's CoinGecko is telling us we're ranked number 63 by market cap. So this is a very significant company, 1.66 billion market cap. So, that's a huge market cap for such a new project. And I still think that there's room for it to go, especially with as popular as it is, as long as they keep improving the app, keep increasing their drops, and they open up that marketplace, man, then things are going to start moving. I think things are going to start scooting along once they open up that marketplace. I have had a couple people in the comments that asked me what happens when all the Ecomi is burned. The most recent one I was talking to was Cash was the username. What happens when all the Ecomi is burned? And first off, yes, it seems possible that all of it could be burned. The bigger concern for me is what happens when all of the Ecomi in the vault, in the reserve vault, is gone, and they haven't purchased enough to replenish it from the secondary marketplace. Because the way that their Medium article lays out their token metrics, it seems to me like they could possibly burn more, that they could possibly burn more than they are purchasing in the secondary marketplace, which is fine initially because they have more in reserves than are circulating. But eventually, when that whole area is all burned out and they haven't purchased more from the secondary marketplace, I'm confused as to how they're going to solve that problem. But as far as having burned all of the Ecomi, number one, I think it's highly unlikely that it'll ever happen. But even if it is possible, I don't think that it's going to be a problem. And I'll explain why. So for those of you who don't know, when you purchase gems, the equivalent amount of Ecomi is taken out of the reserve wallet that's in the app, and it's moved to a vault wallet. And then when those gems are spent, a portion of those, all of those Ecomi that are in the vault are then moved to the out of circulation wallet or burned, okay? Because they'll never make it to the light of day again. So when you purchase gems and you just leave them sitting in your account, nothing is burned. But once you spend those gems, then the Ecomi moves out of the vault wallet to the out of circulation wallet, and they're burned. But they purchase Ecomi from the secondary marketplace to replenish their reserve vault in the app, but they don't purchase at 100% rate of what is burned. And so that's where my concern comes in about how they're going to rectify that situation when all of the reserve wallet is empty, but they still are selling gems and need to move Ecomi to the vault wallet, but there's none to move. I'm assuming they'll solve that problem when they get there. They'll either have to purchase more out of circulation, or they will have to reduce the amount that they are burning. But I think that's a long ways away. These like 300 billion tokens that are in the reserve wallet, That's a big number. It takes a long time to get there, and it takes even longer as the price is moving up. And so I have a little bit of calculations here. First off, today, congratulations, VeVe. Congratulations to OMI holders. Say OMI is my homie for the algos down below. Today, we burnt 113 million Ecomi. So there was some tabulations and stuff going on for, like a week and a half where they weren't burning Ecomi every day, and they've been trying to catch up. And I think they're still going to be burning some every day for a while. But today there was 113 million burned. The last number that I saw was an average of 2,000 Ecomi per second. I believe it was per second being burned. Which is a huge number. I don't think it's necessarily going to stay that way. Some people say that number is going to get bigger as new users come into the app, but we still only have so many drops. And as the price of Ecomi goes up, I feel like that could counteract the new users. So we'll just have to wait and see. If they start having a lot more drops and they actually absolutely blow up with millions of users, I don't think Ecomi will go up fast enough to counteract it. So then the burn rate would definitely go up, which is good long-term for all of us Ecomi holders. Okay, so I wanted to go over the Ecomi burn rate for people because some people are still asking, is it 1 Ecomi per dollar that's burned? But it's not. It's the Ecomi dollar equivalent that's burned. So right now, rounding up, we're at a penny. So if somebody buys $100 worth of gems, then spends all $100 worth of gems. Well, let's just say that they burn $100 worth of gems because the percentages can get confusing. So let's just say that they have $100 worth of gems that they're going to burn Ecomi for. At 1 cent, 10,000 Ecomi are burnt for that $100. Okay. But when the Ecomi moves up to where it's worth 10 cents, then that same $100 only burns 1,000 Ecomi. Okay, and it goes on here for $100 when Ecomi is $1, 100 Ecomi are burned. For $100 in gems that are burned, when Ecomi is $10, only 10 Ecomi are burned. When their Ecomi is worth $100 and you burn $100 worth of gems, you're only going to burn 1 Ecomi. So at some point in time, assuming the project keeps going and they keep burning coins and Ecomi keeps going up in value, at some point in time, they're going to burn less Ecomi than the number of dollars that are being burned in gems. So when Ecomi is $1,000, then $100 is only going to burn 0.1 Ecomi. And then coming out here with a little bit of a more extreme example, just so that people can understand where I'm going with this, is that when Ecomi is worth $100,000 and you burn $100 worth, you're only burning 0.001 Ecomi. Okay, so people see that Bitcoin is worth $56,000 or something like that last time I looked. But it's been as high as $60,000. Obviously, it's possible for it to keep going up. If you were to burn $100 worth of Bitcoin, you wouldn't be burning a whole Bitcoin. So it's almost impossible for them to burn all of the Ecomi. It would take years and years and years and years worth of huge burns because as the Ecomi goes up in value, they're burning less and less Ecomi. And there's billions and billions, right? Like we know there's like 100 and what is the circulating number right now they're saying is 166 billion. And that could even go up from there. Not too far because they locked up a bunch for 18,000 years. And then there's like 340 billion that initially were locked up in the app, in the reserve wallet and the vault. So, it was like close to 100 billion that they locked up. So 440 billion are never going to see the light of day. And then they've already burnt 2.5 billion coins just from their sales. So there's not ever going to be 750 billion. Some people are still confused about that just because they look at CoinMarketCap and they see the max supply is 750 billion. But according to the white paper and according to their explanations on their Medium articles, which are linked on VeVe, they're not just random Medium articles that people find. These are produced by VeVe, as far as I can tell. There's never going to be 750 billion. So assuming that we get down to where you're spending $100 to burn just 0.001 OMI, you can imagine how long it will take to burn 200 billion tokens. It's going to take forever. And in addition to that, even if they did burn them all, it doesn't matter because, or at least I don't interpret it as mattering. If somebody down below has an explanation that counteracts that, please leave it. But if they burn it all, that means that they bought it all out of circulation. And if they bought it all out of circulation, then there's no more owners. And if there's no more owners, then they're not restricted by the white paper guidelines. They're not restricted by their plans ahead of time because there's no more owners. So then they could just come out with an Ecomi version 2, Ecomi 2 or whatever, and do the same thing. Or they could just quit using Ecomi to be linked to the app. They could probably just continue with the app without having their own proprietary token like this. So I don't really think it matters if they burn all the Ecomi. I don't think they're going to. I mean, at least, for a decade or more, I don't think they're going to be able to burn it all. And I think, I really just think it'll just be a smaller and smaller fraction that is burnt, even 10, 20, 30 years from now, because what difference does it make if they're burning 10,000 Ecomi for their burner, if they're burning 0.0000001 Ecomi? It could just keep going up in value because as they purchase it out of circulation, then one token becomes where it's worth $1 million. So that's my interpretation. That's why I think it doesn't matter. That's what I think is going to happen. Leave a comment down below if you disagree, and I'll catch you on the next video.